ambulance just started up right when I started to set up the live stream. And then he honked his horn right when I clicked go live. And then he drove off into the distance. I was chilling out here. Lots of chemtrails in the sky. Oh, the siren's still going off. Sounds like he's closer now. Is he gonna drive by me? I don't know if you can hear the siren because of the wind, but I think he's coming to drive by me over here. Is he gonna drive by me? Here he comes. He met a whitey at the bridge, I think. I think he met this whitey at the bridge. And then there's stalkers driving by over here. Like, I don't know if they were right there, but there was when I came back up here. I was chilling down there again, and then right when I walked up here, there was two stalkers over there. But yo, I got all this acne, like on my forehead, and like I'm getting all this acne, and I think it's the directed energy weapons plus I think it's just a combination of things. Like I can't really afford all of the stuff that I need for my like digestive system and my I need all my echinacea and my turmeric and my dandelion and all that stuff, ginger. I think it's a combination of that and directed energy weapons being shot at my head. It's giving me all this acne. Plus, the sun hasn't been out. But now the sun's back out. My mood always increases when the sun's out. Me and the sun have a really good relationship. I don't wear sunscreen anymore, and I think sunscreen is a big scam. I think sunscreen is a scam, and you're not supposed to wear sunscreen unless you're like maybe like certain bloodlines, like they need it, or they're also gonna die, like the Rothschilds, and I don't know. But me though, ever since I stopped using sunscreen, like my skin has adapted. Like I used to get sunburn really bad when I was a kid. Whenever I wouldn't wear sunscreen, it would be like really, really bad. And I don't know, in my 20s, my early 20s or whatever, I stopped using sunscreen, and then now, like, I still get burned occasionally, like the first day of the storm this year, I got burned a little bit. Just like on my nose, my forehead, like my arms. But then it goes away faster when I get burned now, and it's not as severe now. And I barely ever get burned anymore. And I don't wear sunscreen anymore. And I just slowly like built up my tolerance to sunlight or whatever. I just slowly adapted to where I don't get sunburned anymore. Develop like a what's the word? You need the sunscreen or else you're gonna get burned. But it's actually weakening your natural ability to absorb sunlight. That's what I think about sunscreen. Plus, it's poisonous and it's killing all the coral reefs. Yeah, there's lots of bots driving by on that street nonstop. chemtrailed up. They always gotta ruin the nice sunny days with chemtrails. It probably wouldn't be so windy today if they didn't spray the chemtrails. It'd probably just be calm like it was yesterday when there was no chemtrails. It seems like whenever there's no chemtrails, it's not windy, and then when there's chemtrails, it's windy all of a sudden after the chemtrails, and then they cover the whole sky, and then it's cloudy. It's not windy all of a sudden though. But I think the wind was sinking on me a minute ago. It just starts up sync sometimes, I think. You can believe me or not, but I think they be doing Truman Show things with the HARP weather machine, making the wind start synced up all the time. It seems to be coincidentally happening. Just like every day, that's all. Maybe it's God sinking on me or something. I don't know. But it's mostly sunny still. The chemtrails haven't covered the whole sky yet. They still get spread out, and then it'll be cloudy for 3 days. Is this a puddle? This is puddle over here. That's not a puddle. Like a little lake. Nice. Nice. Let's go on a little nature walk. Is there any guppies in the puddle? No. I saw a rock in there. That was it. Nice. What's he doing up there? This white this white car just drove by, and this bird, I think it's this bird, he was just like following alongside of the car. It looked like a stalker thing. Definitely looked like a stalker thing. Oh. Any fish in here? Yeah, government bird or a microchip bird or something. It's like every bird that I see, pretty much. Doing stalker shit. All day, every day. Recorded it a million times. It's always happening. It's always happening, like, around me when I'm recording. Like, there's a lot of birds that I don't catch. Just all around me and flying over me all the time. There's this guy walking up the path. Is he gonna stalk? This way. He might be coming out to meet me at the fork in the path, but I'm gonna go this way though. I don't know if he's a stalker or not. He probably is. He's probably gonna meet me at the fork in the path. Cause that's usually what happens at the fork in the path. Or there's just a car driving behind me on that street. I'm going over the bridge behind me. There's a sound. Like yesterday when I was recording and I walked by the fork in the path, there was people over on the soccer field and they yelled something right when I walked up to the fork in the path. And they were quiet before that. They weren't yelling before that, and right there they started yelling, and then they were yelling after that. Like some NPCs that just rendered into the map right when I walked by the fork in the path. They weren't there before. It's like when you're on GTA and like the buildings don't appear until you get closer to them. It's like that. Like they just start talking or start yelling, and then they just continue a conversation after that. Like some fucking NPCs. Oh look, another chemtrail plane is coming. Great. I was walking through this alley, and I come out of the alley, and I'm walking around the corner of the building onto the sidewalk, you know, and there's someone standing right there, like, right around the corner, and they just start talking right as I walk around the corner of the building. It's just quiet up until I walk around the corner, and they're just standing there and they start talking right there. Just always doing this. Just always people standing outside doing this, walking by me on the sidewalk, and they'll start talking when I walk by them or stuff like that. All the time. Take a swim. You gotta send me some cash apps so I can buy a new phone first. Then I'll take a swim and get the underwater shot. This loud black car and a silver car and another silver car, or another black car, I guess. This is bamboo. What is this stuff? I like it out here. I'm gonna just put a tent right here. One day when I first, before I really realized that I was being stalked, or I knew I was being stalked, but I didn't realize the extent of it, and I didn't realize I hadn't seen any stalking simulation or anything like that yet. But I was starting to realize that I was being stalked. One day I was walking up this path that these people are walking up. They're probably stalking me. I don't know. But one day I was walking up that path though, and this guy on his lawnmower comes up and he rides up next to me, or right in front of me or whatever. He goes across the path and he's just riding alongside of it on the grass on a rider lawnmower. And I'm walking this way and he's riding alongside the path, and he goes down here underneath the bridge and he comes up on the other side, and he comes up on the grass on the other side right up to the street, and then he's just following alongside of me across the street when I walk that way. And I was like, that's weird. Was that a gang stalker? That guy on the rider lawnmower did that yesterday over there. He rode alongside of me all the way up behind 3 houses or whatever. Just I was walking at a continuous pace and he's just riding alongside of me the whole way and turned next to me twice. On the video yesterday, on camera, schizophrenically. Quote unquote. Just schizophrenically, hallucinatorily on camera again. is a flower. No, it's not. It's weed. Kill it. No, it's a flower. It's medicinal. It helps you. No, it's weed. Kill it. Spray chemicals on it that give you cancer. No, dude, it's a flower. It literally is a flower. That's what it is. And it literally is a stalker. That's what it is. Where's the fishies? Oh yeah, and then after the last video, right after I turned the camera off, there was a jet flying over my head, really low in the sky, right over my head. And there was a helicopter on that video, like right before that. And there was a helicopter yesterday meeting me at an intersection. So I guess it's helicopter season or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll see more of them, maybe I won't. I usually don't see helicopters, but sometimes I do. It's usually planes. Sometimes they feel like doing stuff, sometimes they don't. So sometimes they just feel like doing more helicopters. Sometimes there's nothing in the sky, there's no planes for a while. Then the planes come back and they're back for a week, or they're back for one day, or just one time, or whatever. Or they're back multiple times for a week straight. The clown machine just has different moods. It's just like, I don't want to do the planes today, but I'm gonna do 100 sirens today. But then tomorrow there's gonna be no sirens, but there's gonna be a train horn all day, or whatever. Go on a rock climbing adventure. Hearing this sound over here. It sounds like a truck with a trailer or something. It sounds synced with me walking up on the path. Probably sinkheads over here. Probably a bunch of sinkheads driving by over there. there's a siren going off. Probably started right when I stepped off the path or something, or right when I got to the bottom of the hill or something. Synced-hearted like that. And it's gonna honk his horn synced or something. Dog barking as I walk up to this part of the path, and a butterfly just flew out in front of me. There's probably a synced butterfly again. A dog over here somewhere just started barking right there. There's this bang sound over there right at the edge of the trees. And they always sync up at the edge of the trees over here. Maybe not every time, but they always do it though, you know. And then I just heard a bang sound over from that direction when I heard the other one, and this guy was walking out in front of me at the same time, way up the path. He's probably gonna walk out in front of me again, synced. Another banging noise. Was it synced with the corner of his house or something? I keep hearing the sound coming from that direction, whatever it is. Is it gonna bang at the edge of these trees or something? Or wait, did that dog start barking right there at the edge of the trees? I think. I think he did. Another dog. It's just always a symphony of stalker dog barkers out here. Every time I walk around, there's another dog barking over there now. It might be another one, I don't know. It might just be a dog barking that time. Those other dogs though, very sus. Given the circumstances, this lawnmower just turned off right next to me over there. Here comes this guy again. There's a truck beeping right now. Did you hear it? It's right when he walked in front of me. There's a dog barking right next to me. I think it's that same dog that was started barking right when I walked onto the path. Just did happen like that. You can't say that it didn't, because it did, right? It just does happen, right? It just does every time that I record, right? It just does. There's a car honking. He is honking. You hear him, right? It just does happen. It just does. It does. You can't say that it doesn't, because it does. Just does. Every time. No stalkers anymore. I don't see a single speck of stalker. I don't see one single stalker net. Not even one molecule. I'm hearing dogs barking, and I'm hearing sounds that might be stalkers, and I'm seeing his car turn out, and he might be a stalker coming. I don't know yet. I think that was one. Here comes his car. Like, I think he stopped on the street and then he started driving again. Here he comes. Is he gonna stalk? I bet. Is he gonna stalk? Don't stalk. Was he stalking at the corner of the house? I don't know. Don't stalk. Don't do it. Don't stalk. Please. Alright. He wasn't at the corner of a house. Maybe he wasn't stalking. Cool. He maybe perhaps wasn't stalking. That's good. But then, is he gonna stalk right when I get across the street? I think he maybe was stalking. Maybe not. I'm hearing an engine sound in the distance. It's a stalker head. This truck is driving out in front of me. He's a stalker head. He's gonna come up and stalk when he gets up here. He's gonna be stalkered up twice. I think he has one light. He's parking. Is he gonna get out when I get to the street? I think he has one light. He's gonna meet me at the street. He just stopped and then he started driving again, and then he's gonna meet me at the street with one light. You meet me at the street with one light and a blue truck. This car is backing up right now. It's a red car. It's a blue truck and then a red car. That was a one light blue truck at an intersection and then a red car at the other side. Wasn't it? This red truck is right now at the alley. And he's straightening out on the street at the other side of the alley. And then he's got a 29, and then he's just driving really slow. And then he's gonna turn behind me. And there's a blue car that I'm walking by, and he's probably synced with it, turning behind me. And then there's this engine sound over here. It's probably a stalker, most likely. This butterfly just flew right up at me, and I heard a banging sound over there at the same time. Actual facts. And then hearing like a chainsaw or some type of noise like that over there that sounded synced. go play in the playground. This is soccer. It's blue truck, and it's right at this corner. Seems stalkerish. And I think he drove out in front of me, like at the curve in the road when I got across the street. And then this truck just turned out when this car pulled up in front of me. And then he's gonna meet me at the intersection. It's the 29 truck from before, and he's right at the corner of the building. Same truck. There's two whiteys in front of me. That white truck just synced with the white SUV in front of me. And this black car came down when the silver car went up the hill. And then he's gonna sync. He's turning, and I think this guy just walked out at the same time. I don't know. I think that's what happened. Probably the same guy that threw the soccer ball out to me when I was walking up the street yesterday. He's got camel shorts on. Camel shorts on. What's up, man? He's got the camel shorts on. He's doing that. He's got a D2 on his license plate. There's Domino's car. And then there's these stalkers. I always see that tan car with the red on it. And they were there at the curb. They're the stalker heads. Clearly. The car that honked at the center of the street. There's a noise right now over there. This thing. Right at the curb. He's probably doing it here now. And is he gonna sync up with this white car? Yep, he started backing up right as the white car drove by him. And then there's a car honking right as this whitey is going through the intersection. And this guy got his arm out the window of that truck. It's all a bunch of stalker heads. And this is a white stalker head. I bet. And he's making the noises again. Was at the corner of the house. And he drove forward again with that car driving by, I think. And then there's a car right here. This is the 29 whitey, or the 29 red truck again. The same one again. And then I think they just did something synced when he pulled up. Like right behind the truck, you know. And there's this blue car coming up right now, you know. And then there's this one light truck right now, you know. It's got one light, you know. And this guy's in front of me at the same time, you know. Whitey coming, you know. The whitey's got one light, meaning the one light. light at the intersection. And then there's a semi. It's probably synced with these sync heads going through the intersection over there with the sync heads right in front of me. And there's this car right at the same time, and it has an 844 on it, on the red car. Right at the same time as the semi. It's the sync head. There's white sync head. And they're crossing the street, they're probably doing it to sync. And then there's white sync head. This guy's waving at me over there, the construction guy. And this is an 84 sync head, and he's starting up the leaf blower when it drives by me. And then there's sync head. He's synced up. They're sync heads. They're synced up sync heads. Synced up. And this guy just turned around next to me. Was it synced up? Right as it's pulled up, they turned off the leaf blower, and then it's turning on as that car drives by. It's synced up. What y'all think? Was it the sync heads again? I think it was the sync heads again. In fact, I dare say I know it was the sync heads again. I know it was the sync heads. How can you say that it's not the sync heads when it is? I need answers. Like, how is it not the sync heads if it is the sync heads? I need answers. Because that doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It's impossible. It's like water is wet. No, it's not. It's dry. But it's wet though. Look, it's wet. Look, I'm recording it. It's wet. No, it's dry. No, dude, I can feel it on my hand. It's wet. It's not dry. It's wet. No, it's dry. You're schizophrenic. No, dude. It's not dry. It's still wet. No matter how many times you say it's dry, it's still wet. And it's wet every time that I touch the water. And every time I record the water, you can see it shimmering. Like, look at it. Look at the water. It's wet. Look at it shimmering. It's moving like a liquid. There are things floating through it. There's things floating on it. It's wet. If I throw something in it, it's gonna splash. If I throw something in the water right now, it's gonna splash. Do dry things splash? No. Wet things splash. You can't splash a dry thing. You can only splash a wet thing. It's the only thing that is possible to splash in existence is a wet thing. You can't splash a dry thing. So water is not dry, no matter how many times you say it, and no matter how many times you call me a schizophrenic, water is still wet. It can never be dry. because it's water and water is wet. Like here, I'm trying to find a splashable object to show you. Where's the object I can throw? Let me demonstrate scientifically. Hold on, let me demonstrate. Here's a stick. Alright, I'm gonna take this stick. Okay, the stick is dry, okay? The stick is dry. Look, it's dry. You can knock on it. It's hard, it's dry. It doesn't splash when I touch it. A stick is dry, okay? This is dry. This is not wet. But this is wet. Watch, it's wet. Watch, look, and I'll record it and show you. And it'll still be there on the video when I play the video back. It's still gonna splash when I watch the video back. Watch. You're gonna be able to see it right in front of the camera. Splash, wet. It's wet. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Water is wet. Okay. So then what are these on the street? Are they stalkers? Are they sink heads? Forget stalkers. Are they sink heads? Are they synced up? Like that car, I don't know. But the synced up cars, are they synced up? No, they're not synced up. Okay, let's go back. Water is wet, right? No, it's dry. But I just showed you that it's wet. It's not wet, it's dry. Schizophrenia. A car just honked right when that car drove in front of me. Here's another silver car, and here's a corner of a building right now. Here's a white car. The silver car is getting to the intersection right now, and I'm kind of at the corner of that building right now. Red car turning and the white car gets over there, and I'm at the corner of this building right now. The red car is driving in front of me right as the white is turning. And these guys arm out the window with a red shirt on right now. This bug just flew at me right when I stepped on the street. There's Whitey right now. Was it synced? No sync. Water is dry. Schizophrenia. '88. There's probably a stalker driving behind me at the same time. I didn't look back there though. I saw a white car coming behind that car though, and he was probably driving behind me at the same time. I don't know. And I think think these kids over at this car walked up to it, synced around the same time or whatever. They like opened the door, synced when it drove by me or something. They're gonna get in the car right now when I walk up the street, probably. They're running away from the car right when I walk up to the street. There's a car behind me right now. It's a blue car. I think it was a blue car. And they just opened the car door. And I got across the street a bit. I didn't see it because I was looking behind me. I'll be a stalker sandwich in front of them behind me. Simultaneous. Again. But it's not though. It's schizophrenia. But it's not though. And the door's closing. And the door's opening again. And there's a tire screeching sound. I was at the corner of the house. It was probably synced. The screech tire sinking. The tire screech sinking. You know what I mean. These kids just keep running up to the car and away from it and back to it, synced up, and opening and closing the door synced up. They just keep doing it over and over. They did it when I walked by the car. They just keep doing it over and over. They're doing sync things behind me right now, I think. They just keep doing it. They just keep doing it over and over. They just do it over and over. And then they just finally got in the car right now and closed the door. And now the car is going to take off probably. And then I'm hearing an engine sound. I think that's a tan van over there. I think he was a stalker head over there. And there's a whitey when I get across the street. And this white truck with the trailer, he's gonna stalk me a bit. And this white SUV over here is probably stalking me a bit. And this white SUV, I think they're all stalker heads. At least a couple of them. This is one. There's an engine sound at the same time over that way. I think it's this white truck. I think that's the engine sound. And this blue truck was probably synced right here. And then I'm approaching a street. I'm approaching a street. It's time to sink again. Here we go. Here comes the Domino's car. There's the whitey. There's the blue truck with the Domino's car at the center of the street. And then there's a mail van when I get across the street. And then there's this whitey, I bet. And then the mail van is probably parking at the corner of his house right now. And then here's Allie. It's time to sink again. And probably before it. This guy's got his arm out the window. Does he sink to the corner of the house? This looks like a solar sink head at the alley. What up, tree? What up, bro? There's an engine sound. One of those cars driving in front of me over there somewhere. Someone yelling, I think. Going like, woohoo! Or maybe it's a dog barking or something. I don't know. Here's a blue truck. It's a blue truck. Here's a white truck, and then there's a tan car over there. And they're both sink heads, I bet. Definitely the white truck right now. Definitely the white truck right there. That was one. Yep. No doubt about it in my mind whatsoever. This is one. This car has one light, I think. That silver car over there. Or no, he doesn't have one light. Never mind. He's meeting the black car at the intersection though. And then he's gonna sink over here. Or maybe he's a whitey actually. He's a whitey head and he's gonna be whiteyed up. White here, white at the curb, whitely. This has 666 and a blue shirt in a red truck right at the center of the street. There's a bunch of red cars over there too at the same time. And then there's this tan car. And then there's a car coming up right now. And it's a stalker car and it's white. And then there's two red cars pulling up to the intersection. Kinda at the same time. The other one was a little late, but I think it was two red sink heads. And this car just pulled up right when the whitey turned. It's another sink head. And I think it might be blue. Is it blue or black? I can't tell. But if it's blue, then it was probably synced with the red cars, and it's probably turning to sink right here. Probably sink head. I don't know why he didn't turn. You can turn at the red light. This whitey and this car look synced to each other. This whitey and these cars look synced to each other. And this car is pulling up, and when the whitey pulls up, they all look synced with each other. And the whitey's driving through right as his car is driving by me. They all look synced with each other again. All the cars on the street. Again. Once again. Once again. It all looks synced up. at least 99% of the cars on the street look synced up with each other around me specifically. Again, over and over, all the time, every day, all day, every time I press record, and every time I don't press record. This Whitey is the Whitey head. He's backing up at the corner of the building. He's gonna take off when I cross the street or something. There's another Whitey driving out behind him with another car driving behind him. And there's another Whitey head. And there's a car door closing at the same time. And then the Whitey head is turning around the corner. And I'm walking by the stalkers. Comes another Whitey stalker. Here's a tan truck. There's a white truck when I go in the door. There's stalker trucks. Any stalkers in here? Of course there is. There's stalkers everywhere.
I think we should need to check it out, missing, and see if we can do some searching for it.
You're supposed to have, is what you're telling me. Okay, well, I've got, it'll take me.
What movie should I get, guys? There's nobody in here? Dang, I'm talking to myself. I lost y'all. Oh, now there's someone in here. What movie should I get? Tell me. What movie? What's your favorite movie? Oh, there's nobody in here again. I'm talking to myself again. Oh, now someone's in here again. What movie should I get? What's your favorite movie, bro? Oh, they're out of here again. Damn. I guess I won't get a movie yet. Nobody's gonna tell me anything. Oh, yeah. I guess I don't need to get a movie because the world's a movie. Like, I can just walk out here and it's gonna be a movie. I don't even need to get a movie. It's gonna be a movie right now. The movie's gonna start. Here's the movie. It's a movie. It's a Whitey over there. This is Blue Stalker. Is this a White Stalker? This is Stalker. blue car and the whitey's turning. And here comes the other blue car from the parking lot. He's gonna drive out in front of me, synced. He's coming out in front of me, and there's this car at the same time, and he was right at the curb probably. The tail lift is right at the corner of the building. And the blue car started to drive when that other car drove by me. He's driving out here, and then there's white. He's driving by me right when I step off of the curb. And he has a B9 license plate. There's another whitey back there at the curb. And there's another whitey. He's got 88. There's this other car. And it's got a 42 on it. And then this butterfly or something just came and flew right by my face. It's an 88 meeting a 42. And they were stalker heads again with the bug. And then I just saw a guy in the window over there. He's probably stalking me with his orange shirt on. He's probably standing there and then walked away. I walked by him. I don't know. I don't know if he did that. I'm just making a guess. This is a stalker though. No doubt about it in my mind whatsoever. And then this whitey turned over there and he's a stalker. And then whitey, ooh. And then the other one started to turn when it drove by me, I think. And then I think that was one. I don't know. The whitey's over there now, and there's a car starting. I think it was right next to me. It's this blue truck that's taking off right next to me. There's a red truck. There's a red car right behind him. It's probably a red and blue thing. And then he's taking off forward right as that drives by me. Blue truck. And then a stalker. And then the blue truck is gonna stalk again. And he's coming out of his door probably, and he's gonna drive by me at the corner of the building. And then Whitey's going over the train tracks at the same time as it synced with the blue truck. It says 555 was it synced. What was it synced? Was it synced? That was a tan car. Was it synced? This car is coming out right now. There's a Whitey in front of me behind him. Whitey. Sync.